Right. This is Unit 1, Lesson 1 for Grade 3. It's called Numbers and Number Sequences. This is the parent help video for Grade 3 Everyday Math. And so what we're going to be learning about today, we've got two vocabulary words that we're going to be looking at. And the first one is museum. Museum is, I think a lot of you guys know what a museum is, and it's exactly what it sounds. It's a place where important objects are displayed or taken care of. And in the everyday math lesson, the first lesson asks students to bring in things with numbers on it for a numbers all around museum. Okay, so it just we set up a place where to display different numbers. All right, this first lesson, first unit really is a lot of review of numbers. Okay, so students can feel free to bring in numbered objects to school, or numbers in papers that they find, or numbers they've created themselves, and we'll display that somewhere or share it with the class. Units are basically just things to measure. Okay, a unit can be dogs, cats, pencils, inches, centimeters, eyeballs. All right, whatever it is you're counting or measuring is a unit. All right, so with that, the key things we want kids to be able to do are compare and order whole numbers. So for example, if we have the number 21 and 62, which number is bigger? We want the kids to say, well, 62 is bigger. Okay, if we have the number 84, which numbers are smaller? Okay, well, 62 and 21 are smaller than 84. Okay, if we had a bunch of numbers, let's say these numbers were all mixed up, we would want the kids to be able to put these numbers in order. That's as far as numbers. As far as time, we also review time, and we want kids to be able to write the time in digital notation. And so digital notation is like if the time is 10:40, we want the kids to be able to write 10:40. Okay, we also still want them to be able to draw the hands on the clock in the correct position. Okay, so this is 12, 11, 10, say 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, we would still want them to say, well, 10:40 is going to be about here. Okay, making sure that this hour hand is not on the hour, but in between the 2 hours. We want this about 2/3 of the way, based on what time the number of minutes is. So it's 10:40, so it's getting toward the 11 now. All right, so they can't just draw it onto the 10 because that'll be marked wrong. Okay, because if you look at the clock, that's not where it is. But this unit focuses on being able to write the time this way, but they've also still got to be able to do it this way. All right, so please pay attention to that. We want kids to be able to count by ones and tens from any number. So let's say we have the number 84. We want them to say, well, 85, 86, 87, 88. Okay, if we're counting by ones. Or we want them to count by tens. 84, 94, 104, 114. Okay, so those are important skills for this lesson. And also complete number sequences. So if we have something, I'll just draw a simple one. 1, 2, something, 4, something, 6, 7. We want kids to be able to fill these blanks in. Okay, to be able to look at it and say, well, okay, 1, 2, 4. Well, okay, 3 must go in here. 4, something, 6. Okay, 5, 6. And fill in those number sequences that way. And then it might be, of course, there's more tricky ones too. It could be like 20, something, 30, no, yeah, let's say 40, something, 60. Okay, so then here 30, 40, 50. This one's counting by tens. So you have to think about what's the pattern and then be able to do that with the numbers. Okay, and so that's basically what we're looking at in this lesson. And as far as how you guys can work on this at home, as far as how parents can help at home, and what kids can do, please use this vocabulary. Okay, the word museum, use units. As we go through this curriculum, there's going to be a lot of new vocabulary. Please use it at home. Please talk about different things you could measure. Please work on time. Telling time. Okay, this is a key skill that we really want to get firmed up in 3rd grade. Some kids do great with it. Some kids it's very, very tricky. So please, 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 any opportunity parents have to ask the time, please ask it. Any opportunity kids have to tell the time, please tell it. Okay, so if you don't have one of these clocks in your house, I would ask that you take a look around and see if maybe you could find one. And also for the digital notation, work on having kids write that after they tell you the time. Look for patterns in numbers. Okay, maybe ask kiddos if I had this and what's the next numbers in this sequence. You know, just look for patterns in numbers. You can make up sequences of your own or look for them in your everyday lives. Alright, so this is Unit 1, Lesson 1, Numbers and Number Sequences, the Parent Help video for Grade 3 Everyday Math.